Hello, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful and profitable trading week. Today is Memorial Day. Hopefully, you're all enjoying time outside and having fun with family, friends, and all of the good things outside of the market. So, that all being said, after this, I'll be headed to the pool, of course, to relax for the rest of the day. Let's just go ahead and climb into here. Dollar index. So, dollar had a very nice move here earlier in the week, up to about 98.23. I thought it would go a little bit higher than that, but that's okay. Same result in play back down here and under the previous levels that I was looking at. 97.70, unable to hold that support level here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this here. That way, next week we have another reference point for everybody to see the accuracy of the forecast. So again, looking at dollar index here, continuing to weaken. I think that we get a little bit of upside here to around 97.70, maybe, and then we'll be looking for another push to the downside here at 97.30. Maybe a little bit of a bounce and then ultimately start pushing back down around 96.70, 96.80, and then potentially swinging up and then another move down to around 96.50, and then we'll get another bounce at that point in time. That being said, let's just go ahead and move forward. I'll go ahead and just save that. We'll take a look at gold, and gold also had a very nice little bounce off of the lower levels here around that 1270, and again it is looking for another push to the upside. Needs to break above that 1290 area, and then we can start talking about a further move to the upside. So gold did not dip as low as I thought it was going to, which is completely fine as long as the general outlook holds true. Then I'm always good with that. So again, I believe that we see another push up above that 1290 area here, start looking at consolidation around 1288, 1290, get above that resistance here, then we're looking at 1300 on the upside here, and then we're going to start pushing up into 1308, 1311-ish, and then ultimately back up into the 23.6 fib around 1320 as the dollar continues to show weakness and we see safe haven bids coming into play. Let's go ahead and move along here. Again, very quick analysis. It's not going to be difficult stuff. Looking at crude oil here, crude also had a pretty nice yet volatile week last week. Again, members took advantage of some of the swings, and unfortunately for the YouTube subscribers here, didn't really catch all of the move that I was referencing to the members, which is again the benefit of the members versus the public analysis that I do provide. So again, we had a very nice move up into that 63.50 area, pulled back down, and again we saw that break down below multiple levels of support. Next thing we're going to see here is going to see crude kind of coming up here to around 60 to the upside, 59.90 to around $60, and then I expect a continuation move here to the downside, breaking below 57.60s, and then heading ultimately back to around $55 per barrel. So I'm going to go ahead and just save that and have that as a reference point for the next weekly video that I do put up for everybody. And we'll cap it off here with natural gas as usual. And again, we saw natural gas had a pretty nice little pop here, made it all the way up to around 270, unable to hold that. Saw the bears coming right back in here and continuing to take the price action to the downside here. So again, looking at what we're dealing with, we have a couple different things to pay attention to. Obviously, we had a couple different breakdowns. Just looking at the overall price, you can see again broke down just like crude did, rising 3 here, and again looking at price action pushing to the downside here. I believe that we are going to continue to see that push to the downside here, 252, break that zone, then we're going to look for a double bottom bounce around that 248 level, and then probably see price action come on back up into the 252 area. Now in the future, I'm going to be adding a couple different things, mainly because I have almost exclusively now focused my attention on futures, indice futures, specifically the S&P and Nasdaq. I like those two. Those two different futures contracts. They have a lot of volatility. They move a lot. Very easy for me to just focus my attention on, several pairs that I do. Obviously, dollar, gold, natural gas, but I also, for my members, do dollar yen. I focus on what's happening with copper, as well as the indices, Russell, Nasdaq, and also the S&P 500, crude oil, natural gas, and gold, silver, etc. So I do focus on several pairs exclusively. If you're interested, you can just shoot me an email. I'll be glad to give you some more information. If you have any questions about some analysis that I provided, always, welcome to reach out to me, thetradersperspective@gmail.com. Again, so I'll be making some changes as to what I provide in the future, probably adding several different pairs. Mostly it's going to be impacting with the futures. That way I can provide that to a few subscribers who had asked me in the past about that, and now I'm exclusively basically focusing my own investments in the futures market. So I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Remember to protect your capital. Looks like we're going to see another downside in the indices. So again, plan accordingly, do your homework, and I'll update you all next week as usual.